Hey, welcome in everybody. In this video, I am going to kind of recreate my quadcopter rotor assembly because in the previous video, I think I found a better way, an easier way to kind of constrain this all together. So I wanted to share that with you and redo it. So I have my blade, I have my rotor post. So I'm going to go up to new and then metric, standard. I'm in the assembly group here. So I'm going to click on the standard millimeters, click on create. And then in the place, I'm going to bring in my rotor post. I'm gonna click open. Then from here, I'm just gonna right click my mouse. So I'm gonna select place grounded at origin. And then I only need one of these. So I'm going to right click, hit OK. There's our friend on our motorcycle. I don't know who this guy is. How did you get in our video? Anyway, so then what I wanna do is, I'm going to go to place again. I'm going to bring in a blade. I'm going to click open and just place this guy somewhere. So left click and then I'm just going to bring in one for now. So I'm going to right click, hit OK. Then to constrain our blade to our post, I'm going to click on constrain. I'm in the mate. I'm in the mate again. I'm going to select this kind of arc of my blade here to where I get that arrow sticking straight up, my boing. So I'm gonna click on that, and then I'm gonna click on my post here. Click on this kind of arrow as well. So clonk that in, hit apply, and then what I want to do is I'm gonna turn on the plane or one of the planes of my blade. So the plane that I'm looking for is under the blade here. I'm gonna click on the plus. I'm gonna click on the origin plus. I want to right click the XZ plane and check that visibility there. And then I want to constrain this plane here to the bottom of my post, that little ring down here, this surface here. And then I'm gonna offset it by -12. And that pushes it up. Hit apply. All right, so there is kind of one of our blades, and we can kind of rotate around this post. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring in another blade. So the easiest way to bring in another one that we already have one of the parts in our drawing here. So if I go onto blade and kind of left click this and drag it over into my drawing, I can bring in another one. That's probably the easy way. And then what I want to do is I want to kind of rotate this blade to where obviously this opening is going to be against our post here. So I'm just going to kind of go to free rotate. I'm going to click on this post or I'm going to click on this blade. I'm going to try to kind of just maneuver this and spin it around a little bit where it's kind of facing in this direction here. And right click, hit OK. So now I'm just going to kind of constrain that blade the same way we did the other one. So constrain, I'm going to click on this arc here. I'll click on this post in my arrow post. Clonk that in. I know it's kind of goofy looking, but we're going to hit apply. We're going to fix that. So this plane is already visible. I'm going to go to constrain again. I'm going to make sure that I'm in my mate. I'm going to click on my plane of this blade. And then again, look underneath. I want to select this donut plane face thingy here. And then again, I'm going to offset it by -12. Push it up, hit apply. All right, so then we kind of have these two locked onto our post, but we want to kind of line these up so that when one rotates, the other one rotates with it. So it's going to kind of angle this a little bit, make it kind of like an L shape. So what I'm going to do is I am going to uncheck the visibility of this XZ plane. And now I'm gonna right click on the YZ plane. I want the vertical one that kind of goes right through the middle. So I'm gonna click on the visibility of this one. And what I want to do is constrain these two planes together. So what I'm going to do is go to constrain. This time I'm going to select the second type, the angle. And then I'm going to click on the middle solution. And just select each one of the planes. So this plane and this plane. And make sure that angle is 0 degrees. And I click apply. So now we kind of have these constrained together. So you notice that the blades rotate around the post, but I'm pretty sure that in the real situation, the rotor post and the blades kind of move as one unit. Like the blades don't spin around the post, they kind of all rotate together. So to get it to do that, I'm going to go to my rotor post, and I'm going to click the plus sign to open that up. I'm going to click on the plus sign next to origin. So I'm looking for the same vertical plane, or one of them that goes through the middle. So I'm going to right click this YZ plane on my post and turn on the visibility of that. And so now what I want to do is just constrain the rotor post plane to the rotor blade plane. So constrain, and we're gonna do the same thing that we did earlier. So I'm gonna go to the angle type, this middle solution, make sure we're at 0. So I'm gonna select I know there's a lot of planes going on here. I'm gonna select the plane of my post, and then select the plane of one of the blades. It doesn't matter which one. And just make sure that's your angle is 0 degrees. And then I'm gonna click apply. So now when I try to grab my post and rotate it around, it should not move. And the reason why it shouldn't move is because our post is grounded, so it doesn't move. So I'm gonna try to click on the blade and kind of move it around. It doesn't move. So that's kind of what we want. So we have our blades constrained to our post. Now whenever we go to kind of create our final assembly, this will all rotate like it should. But for right now, this is kind of how we want it. And then what I also want to do is I'm just going to uncheck the visibility of these planes that I have going on here. Yeah, so I don't want to have any of those planes visible. And then just going to go up to File. I'm going to save it. I'm going to save this as maybe post assembly. Maybe rotor post assembly. Rotor post assembly. All right, and then hit save. There we go. Yes, I want to do all that. All right, so we have that saved. All right, so I hope that helped. Hope that made life easier. And we're kind of moving right along. So hope to see you back in the next video. All right, peace out.